Hi guys, welcome to our 2022 YJI Gala for our global conference. I'm Rug and I'm from Istanbul. And now, for the ones that don't know, we're actually doing this fabulous gala in order to raise money for a global conference, which is going to take place in Istanbul. And we're especially excited because it's going to give us a chance to bring everyone together. As you know, we're an international organization, which is really nice, but it that kind of makes it so that we can't have one-on-one time, or we can't have physical connections. And I think it's going to be really good to have a conference which we can all get together. And as someone from Turkey, it's going to give me a chance to show my beautiful country.
And Christine is going to be presenting with us. We are your hosts for part one. So on to you, Christine.
Thank you, Biga. My name is Christine Moreno and I'm from Houston, Texas. I want to thank everyone for joining us for this event today, and I'm so thrilled that we can all spend time together and just see these wonderful displays of talent. I'm going to turn things back to Istanbul with Biga so she can introduce herself.
Hi, as I said, Bilge, and I'm from Istanbul as well. And we are so excited that you guys showed up for this. We're going to be gathering everyone here in Istanbul, and the people here in Turkey, the YJI Turkey team. We have been trying to prepare everything, make it so that it's easier for everyone to come. And it's going to be really good because we're going to have so many people from so many different countries, and we're going to be meeting these people for the first time because I joined YJI in 2020, and so I'm a senior reporter, but I have not met any of my peers, any of my fellow journalists face to face because of the pandemic, because of geographical differences. So this is absolutely just awe-inspiring. So the first performance that we're going to display to you, so that you guys feel more connected with us, so that you want to donate to us, so that we can make this happen, we can make this big event happen. And we are so grateful for all the donations already, and just so amazing that you guys are all here. The first performance is going to be by yours truly. It's a video about Istanbul that I filmed back in the day, a few years ago. And it's about the Bosporus, which is the sea strait that connects the European side of Istanbul with the Anatolian side, because the continents of Europe and Asia both exist in Istanbul, and they're separated by the Bosporus. So when YJI comes here, they're going to be able to see the Bosporus. And it's so special because, like YJI, it connects people from different cultures and continents. So yeah, on to you, Jackie, our computer person.
For as long as I can remember, the sea and the ocean have been a huge part of my life. I live in Istanbul, Turkey, and here the sea is a part of our identity. First, let's answer the question which might be lurking at the back of your head. What is the difference between the sea and the ocean? Well, seas are usually smaller and less deep than oceans. So we could say that seas are like the babies of oceans. Well, here in Istanbul, the baby ocean contains a particularly special strip of water. What is incredibly unique about this strip of sea is that it both separates and connects two continents, Europe and Asia. It is called the Bosporus, which originates from the legend that Io, a mythical figure, crossed the Thracian Bosphorus in her wanderings. Perhaps this is one of the reasons why the Bosphorus feels like a magical place. Over the course of history, many emperors longed to have control over the Bosphorus. It was once part of the Byzantine Empire, in the days that Istanbul was called Constantinople. It also witnessed the glorious days of the Ottoman Empire. So, we can easily say that both the Bosphorus and Istanbul have a special place in history. Now, the 16 million residents of Istanbul, including me, get to experience the marvelous beauty of the Bosphorus. Come with me! Even though Istanbul is a city that is dispersed over 2 continents, it is deeply connected. Every day, hundreds of thousands of people use the ferry, train or bridges to cross from continent to continent, from Europe to Asia. Many of Istanbul's residents live on one continent and work or study on the other. Even if you don't, you can always take a short ferry over the Bosporus to explore the endless beauties of Istanbul. I remember being barely 4 years old and crossing the Bosporus with my mom, glued to the window, just because I couldn't take my eyes off the beautiful view. It's true. It seemed to me as though the sea was rushing away from underneath us. Now, at 16 years old, the sea still never ceases to amaze me. When I take the ferry to meet up with a friend on the European side, the trip accompanied by seagulls, I feel the child in me sing as the sea becomes one with my soul once again. So, this strip of water not only connects continents, it connects people. It is far from a lifeless entity and speaks every day to its voyagers through means only understood by the open-hearted and the open-minded. This small part of the ocean has affected history and still today continues to affect millions of people's lives. It has given us so much, become a part of our existence. Hopefully, this will continue to be true for future generations.
Thank you, Viga, for that intriguing presentation about one of Istanbul's many wonders, the Bosporus. YJI provides us with the opportunity to see and interact with so many different places around the world, and I think all of us are really grateful for that. The next video we have is a speed paint done by me, Christine. I've been creating art using both traditional and digital media for about 6 years now, and I'm incredibly grateful to YJI for providing me with an opportunity to showcase these skills. While I am unable to attend this year's global conference in Istanbul, Turkey, I know how important it is for us to come together at events like these. I'm hopeful that the funds you raise during this event will open up new opportunities for us in the future as YJI continues to grow. I hope you all enjoy this peep at my artistic process. Over to you, Jackie. I hope you all enjoyed that relaxing audio and visual performance courtesy of me. Next up, we have a poetry reading done by one of YJI's newest students, Nikki Luna. Nikki hails from Brazil, and her talents embody one of YJI's core values, the power we possess when we wield words in various ways. I hope Nikki's poem will lead you to open all your hearts and wallets to help support what we do here at YJI. Over to you, Jackie.
In a place which had no sound, there was a girl who would speak with her hands. Talking was a pipe dream in those lands, but even without speaking out loud, she talked more than an angry crowd. People's voices were taken by a tyrannic king. No one was brave enough to challenge to talk about his privilege, except the hand-taught girl, who blooming as a flower spring, had her scent word spreading across the whole village. The leader tried censoring her, but his power couldn't reach all of the texts that people read, made by the lady whose hands were stronger than the monarch's spell that hid the voices of the youngers. What started as a simple action turned into the greatest expression of a silent speech that was never made, a faith that was never prayed, and a love that was never said. All because people were too afraid. Even so, our girl had no fear, as she learned how to dance with the words since she was about 5 years old. Over time, they just appeared as a good friend that was always here. Like a sweet apple, the words healthily raised, and more they bloomed. Their tastes were so good that attracted so many starving people that was looking for this type of food, who by feeling the delightful smell of the phrases were pushed to do the same. Folks of all ages, all together they proclaim a new kingdom that will be guided by the freedom and judged by the wisdom, in which, instead of their oppression, their voice will be their most precious possession.
Thank you to Nikki for that powerful poem. Next up, we have an incredible piano performance by Yuki Wang. Displays like this never cease to amaze us, and so as a reminder that YJ students are talented in so many ways. I hope that this next performance will be music to your ears. Back to you, Jackie.
Thank you, Yuki, for those harmonious notes. Next up is Regina Lopez from Mexico City with her amazing aerial gymnastics. Well, I think it's really important to mention that Regina is 17 years old, and if she can do this amazing feat, then you can do an amazing act of your own, by donating money to all of this talent here for the global conference in Istanbul.
Well, I couldn't agree more, honestly. I am so impressed about all of the things that were shown to us, and this isn't even half of what we're going to be presenting to you in the gala. So next up, we're gonna have Katrina and her original poem about her grandmother. And I think this is very, very important in this context as well, because our older generations, our grandparents, are always so special to us, and I think the older generations have such impact on the youth, and the easiest example is us performing all of this for you guys, and just asking for your help if you will have us. And I think we really appreciate all the things that you do for us in every context. And so we're going to be watching Katrina and how much she appreciates all of this.
Hi, I'm Katrina Marquetta, and I'm a senior reporter with Youth Journalism International. Today, I would like to share with you a poem that I wrote about my grandma. Rose, the name I got from you, Grandma. Ask me again what my name is because I keep telling you that dementia will never label the love I have for you. Your voice is a harmony of all the things I've ever asked for at Christmas. Every time we hug, I visit heaven and ask, why do I have to come back to earth? I never get tired of your repeat questions because every day I'm with you is a dream that I never want to wake up from. So ask me again what my name is because I keep telling you that dementia will never label the love I have for you. And I'll never forget the day when you said, Katrina, I know who you are. You're the one fatter than your sister. Maybe our yesterday will just be a page in my scrapbook. Maybe one day I might wake up with amnesia. And if you're the only person I remember, then I swear you won't ever have to ask me my name again because I know exactly who I am with you. Thank you.
Wow, really. Thank you, Katrina, for those wonderful words. I think that was such a powerful poem. And now we're going to be letting the other hosts take over so you guys don't get too bored of us and it doesn't get too mundane, even though, of course, we know you love us or else you wouldn't even be here. So again, we're so appreciative, and we are expecting all the donations that you guys can make. And as we said, the littlest help is there, it impacts us because this is a crowdsourced situation, and so even like $1 converts to like what, 10 liras at this point, because our economy in Turkey is so great. So yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, see you guys. And just to mention, with your financial help, you're gonna hear from us a whole lot more, and we're gonna be able to make you we're gonna be able to bring you so much more content.
We're gonna turn things over to our next set of hosts, and that is Nalu, Magda, and Nora.
Hello, my name is Nargis, and I'm a reporter from YGI in Stockholm, Sweden. I joined YGI in September of 2021, and so far it's been a really enjoyable experience getting to meet so many people from around the world and being able to share in a love for journalism. I think the Istanbul trip would be very valuable to all of us at YGI because not only would it be an opportunity to finally meet each other in person, but it will also be a chance to be able to work more collaboratively on different pieces and to just gain more experience of the journalism world. I'm so excited for the trip and so grateful to YGI and all of its supporters. Thank you so much.
Our mission at Youth Journalism International is to connect student writers, artists and photographers with peers around the globe, teaching journalism and fostering cross-cultural understanding, all while promoting and defending a free youth press. We teach journalism by doing journalism and empower young people to create their stories their way. Don't just take our word for it. Check us out at youthjournalism.org or follow us on social media to learn how you can help out or become part of YGI today.
Thank you for those wonderful testimonials. Greetings. Next up, we have the second act of our gala today, and I hope you are enjoying it thus far, and we have many more talents in store for you today. My name is Nora Springborn, and I am from Pekin, Illinois, which is about 3 hours south of Chicago. I'm a senior reporter and have been in YJI for 2 years now. Simply put, I cannot imagine my life without YJI in it. YJI has gifted me, as well as many others, many opportunities. One such opportunity is the Istanbul Convention, which would not be possible without support from everyone. One of your other hosts for the second act is Magda, and I will let her introduce herself.
Thank you, Nora. Hi everybody, my name is Magda and I'm from Poland. I'm a new YGI student. Even if it's only beginning of my journey, but I hope it's going to be a long, great journey. Actually, I know that. We are a huge family. To strengthen that beautiful friendships, bonds, and develop our society, our work, we have to meet. And that is why we have a conference in Istanbul. To make it happen and to allow us to do more of that kind of conferences, make sure you will donate some money. It's very important and you have the power. So finally, you ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Nalu from Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Magda, for that wonderful introduction. My name is Nalu. And I'm from Nigeria. I am a junior reporter with YGI. I joined YGI in 2020, and I must confess, the experience has been amazing. And I'd like to go back to what Owen said in his video. In YGI, we teach journalism by doing journalism. I thought, okay, I didn't know what journalism meant or what I was expected to do, but I understood it by doing it. That is what YGI does for us. So, and then one thing is very pertinent about what we do here, about everything, is the fact that YGI connects students from all over the world. It connects students from everywhere. I can proudly say that I've made tons of friends from here, despite their culture, their religion, their geographical location and all of that, and the experience has been very, very amazing. And it would really be more invigorating if I get to see them physically and we continue the journalism. It's more like it's going to be a physical journalism than a virtual journalism. Personally, I may not be able to go through with the Istanbul conference, but I want to see my fellow YGI students there. I want to feel them, feel the spirits and togetherness. We're a family here, and it's going to be exciting working with people from different parts of the world. This cannot happen if you do not support this Istanbul conference. So we're soliciting for your support. Please support this conference because it promises to be very, very, very amazing. Okay, so getting right into it. I'm sure that from now, since when we started, you've been very entertained with all the performances we do here in YGI. We are very talented. We don't just write stories. We also have innate abilities. So we are excited to show you all about that. So next up is a spoken word performance by my humble self that itinerates about what we do as communicators, that we write, we tell stories, we speak voice to the voiceless, stuff like that. So let's hear it, Jackie.
Hey everyone, my name is Nalu, and this poem is entitled For I Am a Communicator. Hope you enjoy it. I am the pen in the hands of the Creator, scribbling events of the past, present, and future. I mold words on the bedrock of truth. Though hot coals tend to burn my sculpture, I spew and bleed the truth. I set feet on dangerously harmless ground, all in search of one mister who is always downtrodden and sealed with bars of iron. I've got tongue coated with fire and dripping. When I open my mouth, even the devil borrows a seat, sits down and jots down word for word. When I open my mouth, a deafening silence is heard. My words go out and do not return empty, leaving Mother Nature in awe and in search of a place to cool her head. You know why? Because I am the pride of the den. I am the keeper of scrolls. I am the fortune teller of generations. I am the voice that cries on the land, sea, and air echoing. I see, I know, I write, and I talk. I am the fourth estate of the realm. I am your tank formation. I am the bomb that will blow your mind away. For I am a communicator.
Thank you, Nalu. I think we were all very moved and learned a lot from your performance. While YJI does focus on personal articles and stories, we have published worldwide team projects. Sometimes you learn the most from journalism by working with others. The Istanbul Conference would allow students to learn from other students, which is important in the growth of each individual as a journalist, and we would appreciate any donation possible. Speaking of learning new things, next up we have myself performing my competitive speech about earworms. Take it away, Jackie.
It's as simple as this. I hear a song, get it stuck in my head, and it will not go away. Last year during the middle finals, I got Sweet Caroline stuck in my head. What is the square root of 9? Sweet Caroline. What is the electron configuration of helium? Bum, bum, bum. Stuck song syndrome, tune wedgies, sticky songs, more academically known as involuntary musical imagery or earworms, are the spontaneous recall of a musical tune in your mind. A 2016 study done by the University of London proved the infection rate of an earworm. 90% of people experience an earworm at least once a week. Today, I'll be talking about a parasitic piece of music that buries its way into your flooded gray matter. We'll diagnose an earworm, prescribe how they can be beneficial, and finally come to better understand the implications of these annoying little pests. Don't worry, be happy. Because if you're wondering why some songs manage to wrangle their way into your ear canal, turns out many factors are involved. According to a 2016 article by Theodore Stosia, any tune can be an earworm, but we can predict which songs can more easily get stuck in a person's head. These common correlations include a fast-paced speed and tempo, a repetitive melody that's easily rememberable, a song structure such as pitch jumps, and, most importantly, your mood. Baby shark doo 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 doo, baby shark doo 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 doo. I'm sorry, but come on. This song is just downright catchy. That explains its 2 billion views on YouTube. The idea of a simple tune looping in our minds has brought together the minds of musicologists and neuroscientists alike. According to Dr. Kelly Jacobski in 2016, a musical psychologist at the University of London, musicians look for the perfect song hook for an earworm. In other words, earworms are purposely created and predicted to become an earworm based upon a song's melodic content. For example, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star is used as a learning tool for the ABCs. The Addams Family song is used to memorize the days of the week. Days of the week. And perhaps most importantly, the American Heart Association recommends singing Staying Alive by the Bee Gees to help people learn and do CPR. Staying alive, staying alive. It may be annoying, but sometimes having these common songs available for instantaneous recall could literally save our lives. Let it go, let it go. Remember that one? Although earworms may be fine, they might cause a few complications. According to a 2016 study done by the U.S. National Library of Health and Medicine, the annoyance factor of a song on constant playback speed is enough to make us all go a little wacky. People who have OCD are more likely to get earworms. Earworms cause insomnia. People who place a higher value of music in their lives naturally expose themselves to more music. You guessed it, that makes them more vulnerable to earworms as well. Additionally, according to a 2018 article from Psychology Today, there are many things that can influence an earworm infestation, but they generally have to do with a direct correlation to a memory. Listening to a song recently, thinking of a word that connects to a song, or just nostalgia are all ways an earworm can sneak its way in. You might have a memory pop up in your head, and the song you heard while experiencing that original event pop up too. Maybe without you even realizing it. Isn't it funny how one simple tune can bring back 1,000 complex memories? Wow, now that's the power of music. And earworms. Today we've discussed the causes, applications, and implications of one of the most invasive and sometimes annoying pests on the planet, the dreaded earworm. And you never know, with all the craziness of our current world, an earworm may be the relief we all need. After all, earworms are something we all share in common. They are a universal experience of humankind, and an important reminder that it's a small world after all. I'm so sorry.
Yes, so thank you so much, Nora, for the great performance. We can see that she's a very gifted and talented person who has a huge career in front of her. And right now it is time for Sarah. What is important to say about Sarah is that she's perspective and skillful fencer who is chasing her Olympic dreams in the US team. She's very ambitious. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Yes, it is just incredible. I have no doubt that everybody's convinced that we have some very original talents here in YGI. So now we'll see Joshua, who is a new student. He's from Botswana and is going to perform some of his guitar playing skills.
I'm Joshua Malema, YGI reporter, young YGI reporter, and for the Gala we're doing two songs in notes, Scarborough Fair and On the Hall of Mountain King.
How cool. Thank you, Joshua, for sharing your talents with us. YGI strives on creating good connections with all students from all around the world. Once again, it is the power of our words that connect us all. Speaking of words, moving to Bangladesh, up next is Usrat reciting a poem. Take it away, Jackie.
Life is short, though I keep this from my children. Life is short, and I've shortened mine in 1,000 delicious, ill-advised ways. 1,000 delicious, ill-advised ways I'll keep from my children. The world is at least 50% terrible, and that's a conservative estimate, though I keep this from my children. For there's a stone thrown at a bird. For every loved child, a child broken, bagged, sunk in a lake. Life is short, and the world is at least half terrible. And for every kind stranger, there is one who would break you, though I keep this from my children. I'm trying to sell them the world. Any decent realtor walking you through a real shithole chirps on about good bones. This place will be beautiful, right? You can make this place beautiful.
Okay, thank you very much, Usra, for that very beautiful rendition. As you can see, YG students are doing way more than just writing stories and the likes. Thank you very much once again, Usra. So finally, in this act, because there's still more, we're going to have Panian all the way from Iran, who is going to be doing an art demonstration. So it's an amazing one. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Panian's art demonstration. Let's have it, Jackie.
Later.
All right, thank you guys very much. As you can see, Panian is actually very talented. She's a very talented YJ student. And I must confess, and I must say and mention that some of my stories, YJ stories, that Panian helped illustrate some diagrams for it. So yes, she is indeed talented, and you can check them out on our website at www.youthjournalisminternational.org. So that's it for the second act, because there's more for you. So I suggest you fasten your seatbelts and wait for all we have in stock for you. And don't forget, there's much more, especially the dancing part. Yes, there's a dancing video which you all may find very, very interesting. So whilst I hand it over to the third act, after there will be a speech and an introduction video from Holly. So we keep saying the same thing: support YGI to have her Istanbul conference. There will be no Istanbul conference without your donations. So we plead, we ask and beg that you support YGI today. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Holly and I'm a senior reporter with YJI from South Wales in the UK. I've been a part of YJI for just over 2 years now, and it's been a great experience. As well as having the platform to expand and develop my skills as a writer, I have learnt so much about the many different cultures and aspects of the world around me. And that is why I think that the global conference in Istanbul this June is so important. To be able to meet with so many people from different backgrounds is a privilege in itself. But to have a group like YGI which focuses on making these connections meaningful is so important, especially in today's digital age where we don't often get the chance to just stop and appreciate the world around us. I am excited to finally meet the friends that I have seen so often in Zoom calls in person and to create some amazing stories together.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for your attendance today. My name is Bailey Krulowitz. I am from West Hartford, Connecticut, which is on the East Coast of the United States for all my international friends. I am 17 years old and I'm a relatively new YJI student. I've been here since the fall and it's really been a magical experience for me because number one, I love journalism. So it's really enriched my experience, giving me something outside of my own high school where I can collaborate with my peers, as well as, meeting a huge new group of people that I traditionally would not have the experience to connect with just because I live in Connecticut. So I'm so glad that I get to really talk to a bunch of new people who live in international waters, all over the world. And I really thank Steve and Jackie and the whole YJI organization for giving me this amazing opportunity. And I would like to hand it off to my co-host Lena to introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I'm Lena Köksal from Istanbul, Turkey. I'm 17 years old. I have been with YJI for 2 years now and it's been a great journey for me. Unfortunately, our other host Ipek won't be able to attend today because of some medical issues. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. So Baby, continue, please.
All right, we're going to jump right off with our first video. In this video, the International in Youth Journalism International really rings true, where Mayama from Ghana shares some local cultural foods with us.
Crossing from Happy Yourself Taste and Bar, where continental and local dishes are prepared here. They are here to talk to their chef and know some of the varieties of food prepared here. This is fufu, a mixture of plantain and cassava. This is how they pound it to get a smooth touch. It is added with a light soup, a granite soup, and camlet soup.
And also Juma, Nyadwa, Bakulu, Wele
and control. The ingredients are tuna, which is fish, okra, and some local this is rice, rice. Different varieties of food. Have chicken in it. Also contains garlic eggs, cocoa, and pepper. Just as the first one.
That's it. I don't say a bunch.
So this is granite soup, prepared from granite. It contains goat meat and some intestines of the animal to bring out the taste in it. For parties, engagements, and birthday. My Opari, reporting from Accra, Ghana.
Wow, everything looks delicious. I can't say that I've tried intestines before. Have you, Lena?
I have, but I don't prefer the Turkish one. But I would love to try the Ghanaian one.
Speaking of trying new things, YJI just got a new batch of student journalists, and this next performance comes from our brand new friend, Mackenzie.
She's from Oregon, and here she will be doing a vocal performance of Scars by Papa Roach.
Hello, I am Mackenzie Anderson, and for the Youth Journalism International Gala Showcase, I am doing a vocal performance of Papa Roach's song, Scars. Anyways, hope I do good. Here I go. I tear my heart open, so myself shut. My weakness is that I care too much. My scars remind me that the past is real. Tear my heart open just to feel. Drunk when I'm feeling down, and I just won't be alone. Cause you came around, why don't you just go home? And I feel pain, and I can't fix yourself. You're making me insane. All I can say is I tear my heart open, I sew myself shut. My weakness is that I care too much, and our scars remind us that the past is real. Tear my heart open just to feel. I tried to help you once against my own bias. I saw you going down, but you never realized that you're drowning in the water, and I offered you my hand. Compassion's in my nature. Tonight is our last dance. I tore my heart open, sew myself shut. My weakness is that I care too much, and our scars remind us the past is real. Tear my heart open just to feel. I'm drunk and I'm feeling down, and I just won't be alone. You shouldn't have came around, why you just go home? 'Cause you're drowning in the water, and I tried to grab your hand. But you didn't understand. But you didn't understand. Go fix yourself. Can't help you fix yourself, but at least I can say I tried. I'm sorry, but I move on with my own life. Can't help you fix yourself, but at least I can say I tried. I'm sorry, but I move on with my own life. I tear my heart open, I sew myself shut. My weakness is that I care too much, and our scars remind us the past is real. Tear my heart open just to fail.
What an amazing performance by Mackenzie. Luckily, YGI has more talented artists.
Next up, we have a poem by Salma Amru from Virginia. This moving original story tells a little bit of Salma's life to the audience.
Hi everyone, my name is Salma Amru, and I'll be doing spoken word poetry today. Before I begin though, I just wanted to give a little bit of context as to what the poem is about, just so it makes a little bit more sense. It's basically a response to this incident that happened to me back in 9th grade when this grown white man called me Satan instead of my actual name, even though he knew what my name was. And I was too mortified to give like an actual response back then and to speak up for myself. So this poem is basically that response that I should have said a long time ago. So without further ado, here it is. I remember the day you mispronounced my name, called me Satan. Both of them start with an S after all, the same difference between heaven and hell, the same first letter, just a few syllables off, just a misstep. You know, it was a misstep that made the devil fall from grace. His arrogance written all over your face, rewritten like the way you fancied yourself a writer and rewrote my name in a narrative. Spread a bunch of schoolyard gossip about terrorists, forged the birth certificate of my identity on September 11th, and signed off on it like a hypocrite. You know, the definition of Satan is culturally relative. In Islam, Lucifer defied God because of his own racism, thought he was better than Adam because of the substance he was created with. The same way you sneer at melanin and any feature that isn't Eurocentric, and I'm the one you call Satan. Isn't that just ironic? But you rewrote my name in a narrative, and the narrative doesn't include that perspective. Instead, you just make me check white on registration documents, tokenize me, then demonize me as you see fit, because my identity exists only for your convenience. For when you get threatened by the percentage of minorities in the census, for when you need an excuse for your overseas imperialism. Your war on terrorism was nothing more than a justification for the death of innocents. Deaths not just physical but spiritual, ripping children away from their homes, casting them out to sea, then having the audacity to deny them as refugees. But you rewrote my name in a narrative, and the narrative doesn't include that perspective. There was a time when even I didn't know what to believe. If I'm the devil, then why were you the one whispering to me lies about my history, about your history that was founded on the backs of achievements of non-white people, the growth of an inferiority complex, and you planted the seed. But you rewrote my name in a narrative, and the narrative doesn't include that perspective. So call me Satan. We all know you're just another bully projecting your own insecurities onto me. Thank you.
Salma has a powerful voice, and she's not afraid to use it. That's the kind of confidence that YJI helps to build in young people like us. One of the things I'm confident about is that people watching this will want to support our global conference in Istanbul.
The line of talented artists continue with Enling from Australia playing Skylark on the piano. Enjoy!
Hi everyone, my name is Enling and I'm a fairly new YGI student living in Canberra, Australia. I'll be playing a short piano piece titled To a Skylark, written by an Australian composer called Miriam Hyde. The piece is meant to express the spontaneity and freedom and song of the skylark, which is a bird that was apparently introduced to Australia in 1857. And Miriam Hyde wrote a lot of similar short pieces about Australian wildlife and Australian nature. And I played a lot of her pieces growing up, so hope you enjoy. And I'm sorry for my creaky piano stool.
Wow, that was beautiful. YJI students really can do it all.
Next up, we have Elise with some great photos of her own.
Hi, my name's Elise. I really love photography, so I thought I would share some with you. I wanted to start with George Orwell, who's obviously a great advocate for freedom of press. This is a close-up of a daily I took recently at Anglesey Abbey near Cambridge. I love the flowers, they're so pretty and their structure is very unique. This was taken at a family campfire. If I decrease the shutter speed of my camera, it creates this awesome squiggly pattern in the air. This is another long shutter speed photo that I took last year at the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. I was very lucky to take this photo. I didn't expect to see an owl this close up on the day that I got this photo, and it was a very special moment. this captures perfectly British life. Football on a Sunday, really bad weather, dark, muddy, but everyone still turns up and everyone still has a good time. This is a parrot in Hyde Park. I don't know the specific species, but they're very popular among tourists to give apples to and feed. I live in the countryside, so seeing ponies around is quite common, and it's really lovely to just go stroke them. So this is my friend stroking one of them. More farm animals, again, near to where I live, just outside my house, and in the spring when the lambs come out, it's very cute, and the mothers and the babies have the same number, and I thought that was very sweet. It's not often that you look up when you're walking around, but I looked up this one time in Chinatown, and it was so pretty I had to take a photo of the flowers. Lastly, this is my home city, London. Very cloudy day, unfortunately, when I took this photo. Thank you for looking at my photos.
Everyone who knows me knows that I'm terrible at taking pictures.
I'm sure you have many other talents.
Unfortunately, dance is not one of them as well. You can witness this in our final performance, a traditional group dance by our Turkish students. But before we get to that, here's a little taste of Istanbul by Bilge and Burak.
Hi, it's Bilge.
Hi, it's Brooke, and we just went to check out the place that we're gonna stay at for the YJI Istanbul conference, and it's a lovely place, and we thought we would just check out the surroundings, and it's so close to all of these amazing historic sites.
Yeah, for example, here used to be the obelisk of Theodosius behind us, and you see historic mosques and many more around this place that we're gonna be like really close to, and we're going to be able to write about. And all these young journalists from all over the world, our friends that we've seen over Zoom, they're going to come, and we're going to stay in this really nice Airbnb. It's 5 floors, the whole building is for us, and we're going to have an amazing journalistic conference right here in the heart of Istanbul. And we appreciate all your help, all the donations that's going to help us bring all this amazing work together. So thank you. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate all the, cha-ching that's going to be donated. And, reporting live from Istanbul, Turkey.
Yeah. Well, see you guys.
See you.
Bye.
And now the moment you all have been waiting for. The Turkish YJI team flawlessly performs a traditional Turkish dance called Damat Ağayı.
Well, I think that was really very impressive. We don't have many traditional dances here in Connecticut. As you may know, a group of YJI students will be going to Turkey this summer.
And if you want to see our editor and co-founder Jackie join this Turkish dance, please consider donating. We can take that video when we're together in Istanbul, and Jackie said she would give it a try if the contributions keep coming.
As you can see, YJI is not only a journalism organization, but a huge family with lots of talent. We hope you enjoyed our gala, and don't forget to check out our website, youthjournalism.org. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending. We really appreciate it. And yeah, it was great talking to you.
Thank you, everyone.